So think about those things. So what are your goals? What are your milestones? Get those written down so that you're really super clear on them. Make sure that they're smart. So at every single goal that you have for that year, you need to make sure that actually you can measure it. You're watching the Stable Business Podcast. I'm your host, Jenny Bush, and I'm here to chat all things equine business with a new episode every week from me, or the best in the biz. Now, before we get started, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell to be notified when a new episode drops. So are you ready to plan 2024 with me? This is so exciting. And this is something, if you've been listening and following the podcast, this is something I've done now. This is the third year in a row that we are going to do. And I've got some free goodies for you and lots of cool stuff. So we are going to make sure that we plan 2024 really, really well. Now, I often, as you know me, I often refer this as setting out your course of jumps and then going off and walking it and working out what you need to do. Of course, that's only part of the step because you still have to go away and ride it, and you still have to make sure that you actually do it through 2024. But I've got some ideas and some strategies that are going to help you. Now, before we dive into this, you will be able to go and get a free planner that I've create every year, and it's your annual business planner, which will go through all the steps that we're going to lay out here. All you need to do is go to jennybush.fyi/2024. That will bring up your 2024 annual business planner that you can work along with me as we do this. But in addition to that, I've got something really, really exciting that I'm running just for November 2023. And that is Work With Me 1 month. We are going to do some cool stuff, and we are actually going to plan your 2024 in the most epic way possible. So what we're going to do, first of all, is you come along with me. It's going to be weekly live every week of November. We start on the 7th of November. You will get all the recordings so that you can watch them back if you can't make it live. We start with walking the course, getting your ideal plan for the year, your ideal monthly plan, your ideal weekly plan, your ideal day plan. We work that all out so you've got sort of a walk the course. Then, on second live, we're going to go and map out your goals for 2024, how to make sure that they're smart. I'm going to give you some feedback on those. We're going to get those really, really crisp and ready so that you can nail it. And then we're going to create your year plan. So from that, we can actually put together your whole year plan. And if you've got one of these amazing wall planners that I've done for 2024, you'll be able to fill that out in that session, which will go through working out your monthly expectations, getting your holiday blocks in, and actually planning around what works for you, which will cover all of these steps as well on this podcast episode. So if you can't make it, you'll still be able to work along with us now. And then, of course, step 4 is where we actually work through how are you going to stay on track? How are you going to make sure that you are going to follow your plan? Because this is something that I, in the past, have struggled with massively. Like, what are you going to do to make sure that you stick with the plan? And that is the 4th session. If that sounds like something that you'd like to do, again, all you need to do is head to jennybush.fyi/2024, and that will tell you details of this. Just nail it mastermind monthly, November 2023, plan 2024 with me series. So you can work with me through the month of November. It's just £21 per person, and it should get you all ready and mapped out for November. So let me know if that is something of interest, or head to Instagram and find me at Equine Business Assistant and ask me any of your questions there. Happy to answer them. Okay, now with that said, let's dive into planning 2024 and what we are going to do. So there are some key steps that you will need. So go and grab the free annual business planner. There is no sign up needed. All you need to do is head to the same link at jennybush.fyi/2024, and we will go through the plan together. That will give you this planner that we can work out. Now, the next thing you want to do is grab your trusty timer. I do everything to timers. And if you are a member of the Stable Focus Plus, you know I do everything on a timer. But it makes such a big difference to get things going, because otherwise I'll just sit and plan, and I can plan all day. I can plan all day, all year, all month, and I won't actually take any action because I'm just sticking the plan. So you'll need to get a timer, you need to get your planner. So the planner, you need to get a pen or a pencil, and just get ready to stay on track. So there is part of a checklist for this, is part of that planner that everything comes in, and we'll work through all of these steps. So, and again, if you're coming to the Nail It Mastermind 2024 plan along, I think plan for, I don't know, we'll come up with a name for it. Yeah, you will also go through all of these steps. You don't need to worry about it now, but this will kind of give you an idea of what we're going to do. So the first step we need to do is actually, I want you to walk the course and visualize what you want for your life and your business in the next year. What you want for your life and your business in the next year. Now, in addition to that, you might find that when you're going through all this stuff, some of these things are scary, like moving forward, getting that success, super, super scary. So go and check out last week's podcast episodes, which are all about the spooky stuff and things that happen in our businesses. So yeah, do that, walk the course, work out everything that you want. So write it all down. There is a free meditation that is a planner that you can do. And then after that, just set a timer for 5 minutes and just write away everything. Don't think that anything's not achievable. Don't think that anything's stupid. Just get everything out of you. And then once you've got all those things written out, what your vision was like, set another timer for about 5 minutes. And I want you to list all of the goals that you want to achieve, any milestones that you need to work on towards those goals, like the steps towards them. So say, for example, at the end of next year, if you wanted to have a £24,000 year, for example, you'd know that you need to make £2,000 a month. So that's a milestone, like every month making £2,000 for January, February, March, April, May, etc. So think about those things. So what are your goals? What are your milestones? Get those written down so that you're really super clear on them, and make sure that they're smart. So at every single goal that you have for that year, you need to make sure that actually you can measure it so you know when you've met it. It's not just a wishy-washy goal, like a nice to have goal. It's very, very clear. It's very, very specific. You can measure it. You know what action steps you need to take in order to do it, and that you can actually meet a time frame, and it's very, very clear. So get that goal really super, super clear. Then you're going to set your timer again, and I want you to mark out when you're going to do those things, those goals. What milestones need to happen in quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So that you can get those down and keep that plan somewhere that you can check back with it all year round. So maybe it put it on your wall, and we'll cover this in session 4 of the planathon. Is actually going through and making sure that you have a plan to keep it that works for you. And I'll be talking about different things. So it might be a case of sticking it on the wall. It might be a case of actually putting it in your diary or your calendar. It might be a case of having some sort of planning system, whatever works for you. But you're going to work out what you're going to do in quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and what milestone you're aiming for at each one of those stages. And then in order to achieve each of those goals, I want you to ask yourself, what 3 to 5 things would you need to do in each quarter or each month to achieve those goals? So, for example, say we had the 24K mark, year, we're going to do £2,000 a month in order to hit that. So what would you need in order to hit £2,000? How many of your services would you need to get people booked in? How many things do you need to sell to do that? Think about all of those things. So again, they're really clear on what you need to do, what the goal is for that. And then ask yourself, okay, if I need to say, so you want to make £2,000 a month and you charge £60 a session or £60 a block. So if you then did the maths, so it goes my trusty calculator again. So 2,000 divided by 60, that means that you need to have 33 to 34 per month session. So if you were to then divide that by 4, that's 8 in a week. So then you'd go, okay, I need 8 to 9 per week. What things can I do in my marketing do I need to do? So if I'm not hitting that amount, do I need to go and say to people, I've got spaces? Do I need to say, this is where my space is? Do I need to be clear? Do I need to be actually doing more lead gen stuff? Do I need to be nurturing? What can I do? So have that little plan, like what 3 things could you do in a month to make sure that you hit that goal, and then get that written down. And from there, you can then set your timer for about 15 minutes or so, and you can plan out your whole year of content if this works for you. To be fair with me, I like to just have rough ideas and rough themes. But if you go, do you know what? I want to get everything out so that I'm good. You could write down 13 things that you could say about your products or services, 13 things that you can say that will show you as an expert or authority. You can write down 13 things that you could say that people would connect to and build relationships with your ideal clients, things that they're often saying and going, oh my goodness, this is a problem. Write down 13 things that endorse your business or build credibility. So 13 things people say about you, find 13 testimonials, and you have now got your content for the entire year. How super easy was that? How super easy was that? So go in, then fill out your planner, get everything in it. And of course, if you want more information, more details on how I can help you, do head to jennybush.com or sign up for our planner sign. We're actually going to work through everything and get that done. So happy planning. Don't forget to buy your wall planner. If you haven't already done, they're available at jennybush.com. If you want a wall planner for 2024, you can have them in two sizes. They're available in A2 or A1 if you want bigger than this, it's double the size. And you can choose how to have it posted. Of course, it costs me much more money if I roll it and send it nice in a tube, but it doesn't have any lines in it. If you're happy for me to fold it, you can get free posted or some of those. So that's being said, happy planning. Let me know how you get on with this, and I will see you really, really soon.